Good morning, everybody. It's already afternoon, actually. Thank you so much for being here. Distinguished guests, media partners, and every single tech enthusiast that is in this room today. We're happy to have you here. We are not just here to tell you about our product, but to shift your mindset a bit. It's not about selling a product, it's about capturing the ethos of the moment. AI is the biggest thing happening right now in all spaces. And today, we are here to unveil the partnership between two heavyweights, LG and Ecobank, as we explore every single thing that has to do with AI and the product offerings that we have. So I'm going to go straight into the program for today. We have a welcome address, and that welcome address is going to be given by none other than Mrs. Omoboye Odu, Head SME Partnership and Collaboration. Thank you very for her. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're excited to be here. So I like energy. So we're excited to be here. So good afternoon, distinguished guests, members of the press, our partners from LG Electronics, my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Ecobank Nigeria, it is my pleasure to welcome you to ETA, our Ecobank Pan-African Center, and to today's special event, where innovation, creativity, and partnership meet purpose. This moment is even more meaningful as it is infused into our ongoing art exhibition, which is called The Duality of Time by Uche Chima, a powerful reminder that while we honor where we have come from, we must also boldly embrace the future. Today, we are here to unveil a partnership that reflects that very spirit of progress. Ecobank and LG are joining forces to make cutting-edge technology more accessible and affordable for Nigerian families and businesses through our EMI financing scheme. Together, we're removing barriers, opening doors, and giving more people the opportunity to enjoy the comfort and efficiency that modern living provides. At Ecobank, we believe that access, whether to finance, to markets, to tools, or to technology, is a catalyst for growth. With this partnership, we are not just supporting consumer choice, we're empowering lifestyles, enabling productivity, and helping customers upgrade their homes and businesses with ease. And today is also about innovation. We're excited to host the launch of LG's new AI Smart GC, a remarkable testament that what is possible when technology anticipates human needs, simplifies daily living, and improves quality of life. It aligns perfectly with our shared belief in solutions that are smart, intuitive, and transformative. So as we celebrate this partnership and this product launch, surrounded by powerful art that inspires reflection, I invite us all to look forward to future collaboration, creativity, convenience, and possibility. I thank you for being here, and thank you to our partners at LG for choosing to walk this journey with us. Together, we are shaping experiences that uplift, empower, and endure. You're most welcome. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mark, for that amazing speech. Just before we move on to the next session, segment, you can call it that. We have a keynote address. We have two actually. We're going to take one right now. But before we do that, I'd like to do it. Whenever I have press conferences, I'd like to do a quick head count, okay? So if you're from, I would like us to just rep our media house. Do you have anyone from Guardian here? Guardian? Anybody from Guardian? Hi. Okay. Do you have anybody from Business Day? Business Day. Thank you so much. Do we have someone from Punch? Anybody from Punch here? Okay. Yes, thank you so much. Very good. So now I have the expo. So we have someone from Tech Build Africa. Hello. Thank you so much, sir, Mr. Wale. We have the nation. The nation. Similarly, nice to see you this morning. We have Samuel Bolaji from Daily Scoop. Hey, thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to move on. I'll keep doing our roll call because I mean, we're the special guests here, so we should appreciate it. We're going to have to clap for ourselves. Please, I like some energy. Yeah, let's clap for ourselves. It's important that we learn to celebrate each other. All right. Okay, so we're going to be calling on the next speaker. We have a keynote address. We have two keynote addresses this morning. One will be coming from LG, and the other will be coming from Ecobank. And so, if your hands are not too busy, once more, I would like to ask that I put a hand from Mr. Paul Umba, the head of corporate marketing, LG Electronics. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. LG, you guys almost missed it. Yeah. All right, good afternoon. Welcome to this great Smart AI TV launch in partnership with Nigeria's forward-thinking brand when it comes to finance. That's Ecobank. Please, a round of applause for them. Thank you for having us. All right, our friends at Ecobank, members of the press, partners, and everyone who's part of the LG family. Thank you for being here today. Today isn't just another product launch, it's the start of a new chapter in how we live, connect, and experience the world around us. So I'll take us back a little bit, some nostalgic reflection. I need you guys to imagine now. So there was a time in our childhood, long before screens filled our homes, when evenings in Nigeria were lit by the soft glow of lanterns. Who remembers those periods? Good. Families gathered under the moonlight, children wide-eyed, as elders told stories that painted pictures in our minds. We called it what? Tales by moonlight. We have some baby boomers here then. All right, moving on. Each story sparked imagination. We could see the topping surface, hear the rustling of the forest, feel the lessons woven into every tale. That was how our love for storytelling began. Through what? Imagination. Now, there was actually another age of television. That era when we had television broadcasts start by around what time? Oh, great. Who said 4? I owe you a gift. 4 p.m. And then at that point in time, we could all remember the excitement. Everyone waited eagerly for the test signal to end. You know those colored lights. All right? For the music to play and for those moving pictures to bring our imaginations to life. Families gathered again, this time not under the moon, but around the TV box. That takes us back to the revolution of television. We had the first TV then were the CRT TVs. Right? Those were the TVs with those mighty hardbacks that were actually in black and white, right? They were in black and white. And at some point in time, when your neighbor actually bought a color TV, you would look for a yellow nylon to put in front of your own black and white to show it as a color TV, right? You can. Oh, okay. So that was actually the whole nostalgic feeling. Before we now had from CRT TVs, then we had our plasma TVs, which were not too far from your CRT TVs. The only thing was just that they were still bulky, but they were slimmer in depth. From plasma TVs, we had what we call LCD, liquid crystal display, whereby you could touch the screen and then you could see the molecules move. Right? When you touch, it gathers back again. Then from LCDs, we now had what we call LED TVs, light emitting diode TVs. That's actually the technology we have. Then LG went a step further to introduce what we call the OLED TV. That's organic light emitting diode TV. That's why you can see a TV as slimmer than even the depth of your phone. That's the area we have found ourselves now. And you can remember very well, vividly, that at that point in time, it was not like smart TVs under plasma TVs. No, it was just one way of communication. Some countries used to call TVs then stupid box, right? Because you keep looking at the TV all day long. But right now, the era has changed. We have AI TVs that don't just show you content, they are personalized in such a way that what you watch on a daily basis, it studies you, it listens, and suggests content to you. We are in the era of artificial intelligence. For us at ALG, we don't call it artificial intelligence. What do we call it? Affectionate intelligence. I'm sure we might be saying, what does that mean? No, let's come again. What's affectionate intelligence? But look at it and just imagine it from this point of view. Affectionate intelligence has to do with how our consumers feel each time they come in contact with our products. Our mission statement is innovation for a better life. You either innovate or what happens to you, you die. So just picture this. Sobi is coming back from, let's say, a piece of work or his piece of work. Let me use whichever gender. And he is actually in the full environment of his car. And he wants his house to be pre-cooled. What does he need to do? And he's still single. So he simply picks up his phone, opens the LG Sync app, and turns on the AC from his phone. Then gets into a cool environment at home. That's affectionate intelligence. She has some laundry to do. I remember way back that in those days, whenever you actually want to wash clothes, what do? You sort out the whites, sort out the colored clothes, sort out the. But these days, you don't need all those. Why? Because with the LGAI GD stands for direct drive. It has a sensor that senses all the fabric is placed into the washing machine and deploys the best washing performance. That's affecting intelligence. You have your boot of refrigerator that has got sound, you can play songs from the phone, through the Bluetooth, or not try to see inside. Every time you open the door of your refrigerator, you lose 48% of cool air. That means your refrigerator has to work over and over again for it to attain that cooling experience. But with your LG mode up, you simply open the refrigerator and knock the heat inside. That means you are not losing about 48%. How many of us stay on the island? We are all conversant with band A, right? Turn off the light, turn off this, turn off that. Let me just share a very short experience. So I was at home, just in the morning because I have two boys. I was just looking at them. I told them, go to the fridge, take this, go to the fridge. And then within 2 hours, they had opened that door. I was like, what did you guys put inside the fridge? Over 40 times. What are you doing? Well, imagine every time you open that fridge, your fridge has consumed much more energy. So as a brand, you have to be forward thinking, and that's what LG is all about. Today we are here to celebrate innovation. We are here to learn because we would actually be having a panel session. And we're here to network and make sure you say hi to the next person sitting beside you, right? And find out how AI compliant he or she is. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Paul Umba. Now we have, I said earlier that we have two keynote addresses, one from LG and the other from Ecobank, and we have our special guest here to give us our address. I would like us to put our hands together as we welcome to the mic Mrs. Adiola, Dr. Adiola Adonyemi, the head of distribution channels and sales for Ecobank. Please clap, clap, clap. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I'm looking lovely as well.
They said I should celebrate that, but it was not honorary. I actually shed many tears. Anyway, today's conversation, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, our partners at LG and anyone here who's helping to move the conversation forward between finance and having smarter homes. All these things really resonate with us at Ecobank because it's not just about
about us launching a product today. We're looking at how we can enhance our lives and living. People talk about how AI is taking away jobs. It really is how you think about whether it's enhancing the quality of life that we live or you think it's displacing. I think there's always opportunity for complementary um, associations when we see that we are able to live better lives. And that's what both Ecobank and LG stand for. And that's why this partnership is so important to us. As the only Pan-African bank, we're very proud of that. We have this shared mission. We want to connect our customers across the 35 countries, our 34 banking subsidiaries and 19 non-banking subsidiaries to make their lives better, to enable access to finance. So whereas LG provides the products, we are providing the financing so that people enjoy better quality of life. They're able to access this without waiting until they have all the money that they need. So we're making it easy, convenient for our customers and everyone who also wants to benefit from how we enable access to finance across Africa. Today, we want to demonstrate that indeed nobody can do it all. So the world has moved beyond being everything, as finding partners who share um, our vision. So if LG wanted to do this, they wait for customers to come to them. If we wanted to do it, we'll access the finance. But how do they then get that connection? So that's what makes this collaboration so very important. It also resonates at the national level with what the government is trying to do, which is to enable consumers to have credible sources of financing and to improve the quality of lives of the people around us. So for us in Ecobank, we're just demonstrating today that innovation and finance can and do work hand in hand to building a future where smart living is not for the select few. It's for you, it's for me, and it's for everyone who understands that what this means is a better quality of life, intelligence in how decision making is. The previous speaker talked about, for example, having smart devices that can understand your mood, your behavior. So band aid would say, okay, you're typically at home in the evening. These connected devices should then have enough intelligence to say, this is the time when you are at home, and so things are powered down. It's relatable. Why is this so important to us in banking? It's because we use data to make better decisions, to help to also understand our customers, and to provide tailor-made solutions that will meet our customers' needs. So we're hoping that this is not really the end. This is the beginning of other collaborations that both institutions can continue to engage in to foster better access and improved decision making for all the people who come within our ecosystem. So I'm encouraging everyone who's here today, as my other speaker said, beyond listening, we want to network. We want to get to know one another. So connected living also includes you knowing the person next to you, knowing things that you can do together and ways in which working together we can all find value in our connection. So I want to congratulate LG for this really remarkable milestone and to continue to underscore the fact that indeed the future is here. It's a better future, and we at EcoBank are making it affordable and accessible. So we hope that you will stay back when we finish and continue to engage with us. Again, to reinforce what we at Ecobank stand for, we say that we want to build a world-class Pan-African bank that will contribute to the economic development and financial integration across Africa. And I think that we are continuing to do that with our over 33 million customers spread across all our locations. So we hope that all of you will not leave here today without starting that engagement with us and seeing how we can improve um, financial access and make better and quality decisions and really use technology for what its intended objective is, which is to make it easier for us to not only make decisions but improve the value and the cost of the decisions that we make. So I want to thank you all for joining us today and look forward to extending this partnership further. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Adiola Egunyemi. Doctor, you said it was the honorary. Please put your hands together for that. Thank you so much for that lovely speech. As you can see, today we've put together what I would like to describe as a three-course meal. We have the product from LG, we have the financing from Ecobank, and you can actually leverage the financing right now. The QR code on this banner is active. Scan to register, fill the information, and let's talk about how we can get the products in your house. And then we also have a partner, Smart Home Automation, Smart Crate. They are here. So you've gotten the TV, we finance at Ecobank. You want to install it, you want to make it work, you want to make the TV, your lights, your fridge all work together. They're here to help you to do that as well. So it's a three-course meal, like I said before, and it's up to you to take on this opportunity. You are here, you can talk to LG, you can talk to Ecobank. You don't have to talk to anybody else. You can discuss with them. You need financing. These are the options. This is what you have right now. How can you start? All your questions can be answered here and now. So don't go to Sokoto State looking for what you already have in your Sokoto. Can we put together for ourselves? Okay, so just a little bit of a head count again. We have some of our guys from Channels TV. Channels TV, can you say hello? Thank you for coming. We have our guy Kennedy from Nigerian Pilots. Can you say hello? Yes, Kennedy. He's at the back. We see you with 3D and 4D glasses. Okay, so let's move on. We've been hearing about the LG TV. We want to get a chance to experience it. What are the features that this television has to offer? We've said it's AI, but what exactly can the AI do? How does it work? I'm sure many of us have questions that we'd like to answer for ourselves and for our readers, for our listeners, for our followers on our various platforms. And so to do that, we have the Oga Kata Kata of training in LG. The one who will tell you how it works, what needs to be done, how it is done, whatever question you want to ask, he is the man to answer the question. Can I put a hands together for Mr. Olubenga Olubayo as he comes to take the mic to take us through the product? Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm glad to be here. And within a short time, I will be your pilot for a few minutes. And I promise you it will be very exciting. All right, I need to tell you that AI is not in our tomorrow. AI is now. And everybody, whoever we are, either Gen Zs, Gen Alphas, we must have serious information about AI. And that is why when I ask questions about what is smart, when you say smart TV, what does that mean? Smart could be, for some people, personalized personality or intelligence or getting free access or seamless access to a lot of stuff. So today, I'll be talking about LG, how we are connected to AI, and how we are the AI, and how we're going to make sure that everything you're going to do will look so much fantastic about your electronics. So let me proceed by saying today, as of now, We have got five major points on AI. And the first thing I will say is AI voice ID. What is AI voice ID? Ladies and gentlemen, TV is no more what we watch, so to say. You have to be in your TV. Your TV has to be your body, your friend, your colleague, your everything. And sincerely, for the first time ever, LG created a TV that has to recognize your voice, regardless of how many people are in the family. If you have 10 major persons in the family, if, take for instance, you are a maker, then you have to register your voice on the TV. So once you turn on the TV and you say, I, LG, this wonderful TV recognizes your voice and say, I, a maker. I think somebody will appreciate LG for this. So we have up to like 10 major accounts. So you can do account switching. For every other brand, they can't access that. All they could do is just to have voice ID that would recognize, not based on your name, but generally. So once you say I, that other TV could recognize by saying hello. But for LG, it will majorly mention your name so far your name is registered on the TV. Number two, this wonderful TV could serve as AI concierge. If I say I'm your concierge, I'm trying to say I am your, how do I say, I am your personal assistant, and everything about you I can do for you, whatever. So I give you recommendations and all. If you are very used to OTT, over the top platforms like Netflix, you discover that for Netflix you have like five major accounts on Netflix. And whatever you have watched before, if you turn on the TV and you click on your name, it sends a recommendation that since you have watched this, I'm recommending this. So also LG TV. I think somebody will appreciate LG for this. All right, we have AI search. There are times that you don't need to go to ChatGPT and start checking your mobile while watching your movies. So while watching movies, you feel there's something you need to know. All you need to do is just to short press this remote. Then it pops up. What do I need to do for you? Just like your robot. And of course, whatever you click is what it brings out. That does not really distort what you are watching. You could be watching your movies and it's giving you some other things around the screen. So this is one of the best things this wonderful thing will do to you. Then we call something picture wizard. That sends a signal, wizard, for African people. Alright. But for now, it's not what you think. Picture wizard means this guy, when it comes to TV, the first thing a movie director is looking for is a TV that will give them what their intentions. Every color sends a mood, sends a meaning. Take for instance, what we call purple. Purple means royalty. But if there's too much reflection of light on purple, it becomes lilac. Are we together? So take for instance some wonderful, let me use that word, wonderful movies. They say somebody is dead and there's a shedding of blood. And when you look at the blood, it looks wine. So you're not even sure if the person is dead or they are joking. So for this wonderful TV, it gives you the real actual color, actual sound for what you watch. Not only that, it looks at the light ambient and make sure it's really giving you actual brightness for your environment. You know that there are times that your environment is so dull, you need your screen to what? To pick up and be very bright. So this guy is able to do all of this. And finally, AI chatbot. What is AI chatbot? Majorly, initially sometimes, if you have problem with your screen, you have to call the customer service. These days, you don't need that. There's a problem solver on the TV. Once you communicate with TV, the TV will tell you what do you want. You want your screen to be brighter, to be better, to be darker, whatever you want on your screen, this wonderful TV can do for you. So, regardless of where you are, where you find yourself, You don't need to communicate with the customer service for some minor challenges. All you need to do is just to communicate with the AI. Then there's a pop-up and a response automatically to whatever you want. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we won't, there's what we call a family hub in LG. Regardless of what you purchase from us, our advice that once you purchase a TV, purchase a soundbar. Once you get a soundbar, get a refrigerator. You know why? All these could come together like a kind of synchronization, and you could operate every of our products on LG platform, which is LG TV. We call it Thank You applications. So all you need to do is just to download the applications and connect it to your TV. And while you are watching probably a very fantastic movie, then you want to control your AC. You don't need to stand up and start pressing the remote controls. No, just click on the home button. This is the home button. Then go here. This is a home button. It's a platform. So once you are registered on the TV, then everything here you could control by yourself through the TV while you're watching movies or you're doing some other things. No other brand does it better except LG. Please, somebody appreciate that. Thank you. And Ecobank is making it so simpler and easy. You want to get these products and you felt you want to do some installment payment purchase. Let me use a little one word. Buy now, pay small small. I'll tell you that. So everything is there if you have to consult EcoBank for that. So they make it very easy. So it's not, and I'm telling you this, for all the features, these wonderful products are so much affordable. So affordable. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. And I felt you should patronize LG every time and all the time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Hope you got the final thing he said. Patronize LG all the time and every time. Okay, now we've heard from LG, we've heard from Ecobank, the only Pan African bank. I heard that, and I have to remind us about that. The only Pan African bank. That's a major feat. For now, when it comes to implementing LG in our homes, in this day and age, I was talking to somebody who sells gadgets, so phones, laptops, and all, and he said, in those days, and one of the big guys in that industry, actually, he said in those days you would have 100 people walk into your shop and come and buy, and they would go round, go round, go round. He said, but now what happens is that people come into the shop and walk straight to the product they want to buy. They've checked it out online. They've done their research. They've asked all the questions they want to ask them. Everybody want to ask them. And they come in and they say, I want to buy the LG X Boom. And when you give them a price, they say, no, online. I saw it at this price. So we're in the age of the informed customer. All right? And so we've heard LG talk about their products. But I think it's smart to hear people who are not LG per se, or who are not Ecobank per se, to tell us what exactly they think about AI, how it's transforming our lives, and how we can begin to make a shift. I believe that this conversation will help you to decide that you need AI in your life, or more importantly, that you need an LG product. Okay, so this is not a biased panel, it's a honest panel, and we have some amazing people that are going to be having on the session. Now, once that session is over with the panel, we now open the floor for every single person here to ask a question. You can ask the panelists, or you can ask LG specifically, or you can ask Ecobank. All right, so are we together in this? If we are, please say yeah, yeah. I need an energetic crowd now. Say yeah, yeah. All right, for those who might be wondering what is item number 7 because you've not smelled anything, I want to assure you that when I came, that was the first question I asked on your behalf. I know, trust me, there's item number 7 for somebody to go home with. Okay, so I want to invite the panel. We have three amazing people here this morning, this afternoon. And I'm going to introduce them. I'm going to call their profile. Once I call their profiles, they will come and take the seats here. The first person I'd like to call will be, I'll read his profile. So I'll call his name, read his profile, then we'll clap. Are we together on that? Okay, so I call his name, I read his profile, then you clap, then he comes. Mr. Omotayo Otitoju is a creative technologist, filmmaker, and musician. All right, let me read his profile. Omotayo is a creative technologist and a storyteller exploring the relationship between art and emerging technologies, particularly artificial intelligence. His work spans film, design, and music, where his sound blends soul, R&B, and media. He spearheads projects that merge traditional craftsmanship with digital techniques for local and international audiences. He is dedicated to using technology as a bridge between human imagination and innovation. Can I put our hands together for Mr. Omotayo? Nice to have you here. The next person is a man I know so well, amazing guy, and I can say that I know when he moved into this smart technology era and he has done amazingly for himself. His name is Mr. Olabisi Elvis Oshorun. He is the founder of Smart Quick Technology and is a home automation expert. All right. Now, he founded Smart Quick Technology in 2020, turning a long-held passion into a premier smart home slash hotel automation firm. Smart Cribs is dedicated to transforming modern living by delivering intelligent design, seamless control, and cutting-edge technology that enhances convenience, security, and energy efficiency. Under his leadership, the company has grown from a small startup into a trusted name serving residential and commercial clients across Nigeria. Everyone has welcome to the podium, Mr. Olabisi Elvis. Please encourage him, encourage him. Thank you so much. Nice to have you here. Thank you. All right, the final person is Mr. Harry Yakubu. He's a tech expert, a data science and AI leader. He's the founder and CEO of Resolulytics, a premier data analytics and AI consulting firm. He's a true expert in his field. He possesses a unique combination of technical skills and business acumen across data analysis, machine learning, and business intelligence. Harry is dedicated to helping organizations unlock the power of data, implement effective data-driven strategies, and make more informed decisions to achieve their goals. He's also a frequent speaker and contributor on the latest developments in AI and data science. Everybody can have together for Mr. Harry Yakubu. So, thank you so much. They are looking sharp in your white native. Can we give an extra round of applause for that native? Okay. Thank you so much, Chad. I'm going to be on anchoring the session. I'm the host. My name is Chris Wohiren. Just to remind us, I'm the founder of Corporate Landlords. And what we do is we leverage technology to help the real estate investment cycle. Okay. And so this morning, I would start by saying our topic is from smart devices to smart living. All right. And for me as a person, I have seen what AI can do in an organization. And the application of AI into technology, I believe, is the next big frontier where my mic is loud. Where my voice is loud, thankfully. You want the mic? The mic is off. Okay, so let me wait for a mic to come. But I as a person, I've put AI into the system to my business. Every single bit of my business is influenced by AI. I've seen how much it helps achieve. We are faster, we are slimmer. By slimmer, I mean we don't have to hire somebody to do the work that AI can do for us. In fact, we're giving AI a name in my office. We call her Gemilas because we use Gemini. And so she has helped us really improve on a lot of things. But now when it comes to applying into technology, it is always interesting to see that expression. And so today we have our home automation expert, our tech personnel and innovator, we have our filmmaker. Thank you. And so I have a couple of questions for them. And I will start with the question. Thank you, sir. Okay, this is very loud. If it's too loud. I will start with the question for. Do we have a mic for the? We have a mic for that. So this is for you, Elvis. Our home automation experts. Elvis, are you? Do you have a mic? Okay. In the meantime, can I put a hand together for LT and Ecobank? Now, I know that there's a networking session happening after this, but I think we can do networking right now. By sitting up beside the next CEO of the next billion-dollar company, I like to look at the person and say hello, say hi. You say a smile is the shortest distance between two people. So if you are shy, at least smile. Alright, smile at the person beside them. Ask for their name, change the business card. You never know your next event. You might need that media guy to come and comment. Elvis, you're good?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay. So my first question for you, Elvis, is you've done a lot of home automation and hotel automation, all right? And I remember the story you told me about the man that was saved with automation. My question would be, how do you see home automation redefining everyday living in Nigerian homes?
Okay, thank you so very much. My mic is not as loud as yours. Okay, so home automation redefining homes in Nigeria moving forward,
Yeah.
right? Um, Home automation is is a different world entirely. The convenience it gives is just mind blowing. Where are we right now? Ecobank HQ, VI.
Yeah.
So we have so many people here. Some people are from Ikeja, some people are from maybe Baja, some people are from Aja. And right here where you are, from the touch of the button of your phone, you can see all the devices in your house that is turned on or turned off. So if, for example, someone calls you now and says, boy, Alpha, you left your AC on at home, it's very easy for you to turn it off. It's just that easy. So even if you are at work and maybe your kids are back from school and they call you and they say, Mommy or Daddy, there is no water, stop running. Even from your phone, you can pump water. You can easily turn on the switch. And it also saves energy, thereby saving you cost as well. So say water heater switch, for example, in homes or in hotels. I'm very fond of it. Turn on the water heater switch, I don't turn it off. So we have water heater switches that we program for 30 minutes or for 45 minutes. So it stays on. Once you turn it on, it stays on for only 30 minutes. Water that you boil for 30 minutes, I think is okay.
Should be okay.
It should be okay. And for families where you have mommy and daddy, you can program it for maybe for 5 minutes. And it also helps you save power. And it also has a relay status, like the last memory status. So if in layman language they take light and they bring light back, it stays on. So it also helps you avoid all those fire outbreak from your ACs and all of that. So it's just a very huge expansion.
Wow.
I can keep going on and on.
Yeah, I can see that. So let's have the other part. You know, you've said two things, and I like to bring this to practical things. Some time ago, one of them had had stories in church where they were testing that, oh, I was leaving to church. I realized I forgot my gas on. I was going for a lecture and I forgot something on. So you're saying that the era of AI, that is all over.
It has everything covered.
Everything covered. The downside for kids, remember when we were younger, had parents that would tell you, don't turn on the TV before 4 o'clock. You know, now if you turn it on by 2, your father knows that the TV is on. So that's the downside to AI. Okay, but let's ask our multi. How does smart technology shape storytelling, content creation, and entertainment experiences today?
Very interesting question. In so many ways, I would say, first of all, the interactive aspect. I mean, smart devices, like smart, makes it so you can have an interactive experience with your film, whatever you're watching. There's a film on Netflix I watched recently. Again, I'm watching about one of my games. So you decide the outcome, how it ends. As you're watching, you get to the point, they tell you the person plays the music or it doesn't play the music. You choose. Oh, it takes the left turn or it doesn't take the left turn. It gets off the train, or it doesn't get off the train. Unlike back in the day when it was just like this was said earlier, it was the box. You just sit down and watch. But now you can interact with the experience that you're having. And also, data. As a creator, you can get the data that you need in real time. Right? You know the movies that people are interested in watching, you see what they are thinking, you can see what they don't really like, and that also involves your decision. It helps you know what kinds of films you want to produce.
You can then decide that, okay, Christmas time is for rom-coms, right? Because based on the data you got last year, the rom-coms really, really made it big. And then it informs the decision you make as a creator. And so many other ways, really. It's quite incredible.
Okay, so thinking about an application of what you said, for those that play games, in this era of AI, do you see a scenario where my gaming experience of a particular story might have a different ending to the next person plays?
Well, just exactly like that, right? Because the truth is, what that means is you have to consume that kind of content over and over again. And at the end of the day, if you're a content creator, the goal for you is that people experience it the way you want it to be told. You get the most out of that experience. It wasn't like that before, but now you can do that. You can. I had to watch that movie more than once because I wanted to see what will happen if I make a different decision, right? See how it ends. And that is more money for them. I mean, for the creators at the end of the day. So yeah.
Okay, this one is for Steve. As a tech, professional and innovation, how would you define the age of automation in the Nigerian context? Are Nigerians picking up? Are we embracing it? Or what's the definition? What do you think?
Thank you very much for that question. It's a very interesting thing to talk about as an IT personnel. I'll say this because most of the people I've interacted with in the space who are not AI compliant don't like the fact that automation is here. I speak to a lot of database engineers and they'll be like, oh, why do we have AI? Because they feel it's going to take away their job. But whenever I speak on stages, the first thing I usually say is this AI is not going to take your job, but those who use AI effectively will eventually take your job. Right? Why do I say that? When people like us started writing code or doing automation, when I started off as a data analyst. Long story short, I started off as a computer scientist, wrote code in Java, C++, and the likes. Eventually, I discovered something in data space. I moved into data analysis. I started writing Python scripts to do data analysis, right? Now, before you could do automation before now, you have to write long Python scripts, right? And then do a lot of injection and all of those things. Right now, if you employ just one AI engineer using tools like NSN, Link.com, VoiceFlow, and the likes, they can easily automate your processes using MCP technologies, right? And you can have just one person automate a whole workflow. You spoke about Gemini, very interesting, right? Because you're using through Gemini. In my team, we build a couple of products like that using anything and the likes, right? Where we automate your workflow. I usually see this jokingly. So right now you have staff that can actually work for you without HMO and salary. Quite interesting. You just have to pay maybe some cloud automation, some cloud fees and like which are really, if you check it very well, if you look at the return on investment, it's quite high, right? And most times I was even discussing, very interesting, I was discussing with an division, one of the biggest, in fact, the biggest pharmaceutical chain in Nigeria. I was like, you can imagine how much data has gone from you, not just data, but data and AI, right? I met them at the point where they were paying about $700 monthly for a subscription fee, right, for an analytics product. And I got there and they were paying about, when I was done with my product, they were paying about $20, right? So you can imagine what I cost for them. So what I've done for them is I didn't just reduce their cost, I also optimized their process because my solution was a bit more robust than what they were using. And to answer your question, is are Nigerians prepared? I'm a Nigerian. That's your question. Thank you very much.
Wow, okay, so let me take it back to Elvis. Okay. And my question for you is, what are the biggest challenges to adoption? There are people adopting some from the enterprise,
Yeah.
but for whom are the individual, the young man starting off his life, he has a child, he has a wife, family life is new to him, and he's thinking automation. What do you think are the biggest challenges of someone like that? Or hotel owner who just open up 50 rooms to think automation, what are the biggest challenges that those guys have?
Okay, so based on experience, the greatest challenge so far that has been similar to most clients, not all of them, has been finances. Finances, because, and that's why I'm actually delighted about this partnership thing. Yeah, because it makes a whole lot of sense. It will also help make life easier for so many people. Nigerians love these things. They really want to have all this automation, even in hotels, everywhere, they want to have these things. But they cannot really afford it. So they're like, okay, you know what? Just do the living room and only the master's bedroom. And their wife will be like, what of my own room? And they'll be like, hey, let's just do it small, small. Say, no, anything I do in your room, do in my own room too. And then by the time we start calculating switches, sockets, motion sensors, this, that, speakers, that, screen, say, okay, you know what? Okay, let's do only the living room. So majorly it has been finances. Majorly it has been finances. But those who can step up, they'll be like, you know what? From foundation to roof, give me all what you have.
Full option.
Full option. Leather seats, everything. So you just have different folks or different strokes of how you say. So that's just an extension. That is why I'm so delighted. When I heard about it, I was like, oh, finally. It even makes my life easier. So instead of talking and saying, okay, you know what, let's put one here and put two here. So Ecobank will just be like, you know what, we'll handle it. And you pay later.
Okay, so back to one more time. Okay, I believe that African storytelling needs AI, my opinion. But there is a but there. When you look at the kind of images that AI generates, it has to have fed something. Okay? And you will see that historically Africans have not been good enough archiving their stories or archiving their images. So we don't have enough for AI to really work. In your opinion, right now, what can Africans do, all right, to leverage AI from an African perspective, get AI to respond to us, the African stories, African way? I don't know if you get my question.
Yeah. I think you answered the question.
In my
Well, in your question, really, archiving is the best way. So for us at Slick City, where I work, we are very heavy on preservation of culture. We create virtual reality content. We've done a couple of projects where we just preserve, right? Recently, we did something at Ecobank where we had the locals, about 40, about 40 houses, families who have like cultural, historical stories, artifacts. Some of them, they worship these artifacts. But what we did was we preserved these things. Now, you might think that as a Christian, right, because I'm a Christian, right, you might think that that is a bit diabolic. But the fact is that our past is a part of who we are, right? And it's only a part of our future. And a lot of the things that we've lost to history is through destructions, right? When flood happens, what happens then? When there's a natural disaster, what happens then? Then you begin to lose your ancestral heritage. You lose all these things. So the best thing you can do is to preserve them, archive them, and that is the only way you can train the AI system to understand what it is you're trying to create. My colleague Malika Febwa, he became famous for creating the images of the elderly people on the runway. And what he did was he had to, when he was creating this content, right, the images were coming out when you say an elegant Nigerian woman. You just see a ragged looking Nigerian woman, right? But you have to train the neural network at that time with pictures of his mom, right? Pictures of what, because he lost his mom, right? And that's how the ideas came. Right? You have to train with pictures of his mom, how she used to dress to parties, right? And begin to show the other that this is what we actually look like, right? This is what an elegant African man or woman looks like. So the only way you can actually do that is by training, is by adopting that culture of preserving. Recently, I went to my hometown. I'm from Ogidi State. That's where my Mamanike is. So I went for a festival in my hometown. And what I realized is I discovered so many things about my history. And I discovered that there are a lot of things that have been destroyed and lost. Families are, you just see them on the floor and then now you can't find them anymore. So preserving your culture, archiving these things, detailing them, and ensuring that there's adequate data so that we are rightly represented in the world out there. That is the solution.
Thank you very much. Let's go and get a for him one time. Okay, so we're going to ask the Google just one more question, and then I'm going to open the question. Now, they are going to have questions ready. If you have any questions, you just indicate so that we can get the mic ready for you. We have one person over there. Anybody else with a question? All right, so we have a good yeah, Google, let me ask you this question. In the global context, this AI call, when the CEO of Google, Sundar, when he was becoming CEO in 2015, he mentioned that Google was going to become an AI company. And many people never know what he was talking about. But that's how far back they were thinking about AI. So we in Africa, Nigeria, are just really entering into this now. How far behind the curve do you think we are? How fast do you think we can get ahead of the curve?
Another very interesting question. So, I think you mentioned that the Google CEO talked about it in 2015. Actually, AI has been around since the dot-com era. It has not just been mainstream. Around 2010, 2011, I was doing the research on computer music because I love classical music. So I wanted to do something around music, classical music, right? So I ventured into very interesting research. And this is what I found out. As at 2011, in the US, they already had a system, just like what your smart screen or your smart TV will do now, that will look at a database of your music, of all the songs in your phone, right, and choose a song that suits your mood. It listens to your mood while you're plugging your AirPod and picks the song that suits your mood from the list of your database as of 2011. Right? That's version one. Interesting. Version two was going to come this way, right? Yeah, we're going to create a database, a bigger data warehouse, right? That will now house all of the songs we have in the world, including that from video games, and from Mozart and the likes, right? And put into a particular data warehouse information area. What is this going to do? It's not just going to select a song from the data from the list of the songs, it's going to compose a new music for you. This was 2011, right? So not just 2015. And so 2015, we're just becoming awakened to what was happening, what's going to happen. And I remember as of 2018, 2019, I kept on telling people, we're going to work remotely, we're going to, AI is going to pick our job, we're going to have robots working on the streets, we're going to have cars flying all over our heads. It's like, oh, that's why it's always very interesting to get on the stage right now and talk about it. Because as at then, I was talking like a dreamer. Now I'm happy I'm living in the reality. I'm not just living in the reality, I'm also part of the people building the reality and shaping the future of the reality. And I give kudos to God for that, right? Now, to your question, how far back are we? Now, as a technology space, or let me put it this way, every single industrial era, from the first industrial revolution to the fourth industrial revolution, which we are currently in, and of course, we're moving into the fifth industrial revolution, which is going to be to cyborgs and humanoids, right? But in the fourth industrial revolution, when we talk about AI and automation, right? In Nigeria, we usually have things like innovators, the people who actually build the system. We have the early adopters, then the early generalists, then the late generalists, and then of course the laggers, right? Nigeria is between the early adopters and the late adopters. Why have I said this? Because innovators have gone before us. Sorry we don't have companies like Nvidia in Nigeria. Sorry we don't have who produce microchips and microprocessors for us. But I like what Lagos State government is doing recently, which is one of the things they are trying to do is to build a cloud infrastructure. I think that's a very big, that's a giant step in the right direction. So are we going to cover it soon enough? Maybe when we have people like us and people like the guys, those other guys that I talk to in the industry, maybe we might have a chance, right? I perceive we might have it. In fact, this is the first time Africa is having a chance to compete at the global stage. I say this, in the third industrial revolution, we didn't have so much chance. In the time when we had the dot-com era, when we had social media, we didn't have so much chance. Data and AI, as a matter of fact, from my own experience, data and AI is the first time I see Nigerians and Africans talk on the same stage with white guys and share the same knowledge and intelligence, right? So basically, I think we are close enough, but not as close as I wish we were, right? But we are close enough. Any generalist slash lead generalist, that's where we are. Thank you.
Now let's have a few questions from the crowd. Do we have a mic? We have a. Thank you so much. Just give us your name and a bit about yourself and ask the question. And let us know the question is directed at. But also, we can ask a question. I know LG and Ecobank. But should you have a question for them, you can ask a question to LG and Ecobank as well. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I had about
20.
LG and Ecobank.
Okay.
So it's a very strategic partnership in between a bank and one of the world's leading consumer electronics maker. I think actually we could say my favorite for big strategy. So now, the question of affordability and access is on one side. Now, if I purchase maybe, for instance, a TV here, maybe for about 2 million naira, I will be looking at what if anything happens to it. So customer after sales service is one of the questions. So if I have this the easy payment, monthly payment from Ecobank, what happens to the issue or the question of after sales service, just in case something happens to any of the appliance that I purchased from LG through Ecobank? And I need to know how.
Okay. I have an answer for you.
Thank you for that question. Basically, all LG products come with 2-year warranty. So whether you're buying it from Ecobank, you're buying it from the store, the same warranty Ecobank, 2-year warranty. And there are some components in some of these products that have 10-year warranty on the parts. For example, the inverter air conditioner comes with a 10-year warranty on the compressor. The compressor is the heart of your air conditioner. The compressor is also the heart of your smart inverter refrigeration. So even if you're buying a product from Ecobank, it's still covered 2 years.
All right, so like I said, okay. So you have a 2-year warranty coverage, right, across your product. If you're buying it from Ecobank, your warranty starts counting from the day you pick up your item. So you have nothing to worry about. You're not buying it from Alaba Market, no. You're buying it from Ecobank, and it's still Ecobank is still the same thing as LG. Just believe that you're getting from LG. That's simple as that. We have got that interconnected database system ready. All right, thank you.
Thank you. We have another question from the man in the front.
Is it health related?
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Adeni Fetayo from Megastar Max. And my question is directly to Ecobank, talking about the finance. So, what's the minimum payment plan? 6 months, and what's the maximum that someone can, pay instrumentally for a product? And then, secondly, you talk about 35 million customer, is it only open to Ecobank customers alone, or you can walk in? Thank you.
Okay, first, it is open to everybody. However, at the point of the request, part of the condition is that you must open an Ecobank account. The maximum financing tenor is 24 months. So it really depends on the number of months you are comfortable and that your cash flow can take within that period. As soon as you open the account, part of the validation process is to confirm your information that you have sufficient cash flows to make the payment, and then the loan will be made available to pay for the product. How are you, sir? All, all LG products, yes. Fire, air conditioning, TV, everything.
Okay, any more questions? I know we have a number of first guys here, so I know you have questions. We have another one from one of your 20, number 2 now. All right. Let's hear it. Does it need the mic? Yes.
All right, so my final question is, how long will this partnership between Ecobank and LG continue?
So we can liken it to marriage.
I like that.
I don't think we're conceiving an end to the partnership. We feel that we have alignment in values and objectives. So no envisaged end. Thank you.
Okay, I have a follow-up question. LG is international, Ecobank is not. Can we access this in any Ecobank branch across Africa?
As long as the product is in that market, yes, you can technically, in extending the partnership further, we'll go into the other markets where we're in, but we don't envisage that you buy it in Nigeria and ship it to maybe Liberia. Thank you.
Okay. Let's put our hands together one more time.
Sorry, just a clarification. My name is Robin. You know, like in mobile phone, some of them do take who use Easy Buy, for instance, to pick their products. You know, you see like 3, 4 months, then you buy some, you pay, of course, like in 3 months, but you already with your product, you're already making use of your. So is that a kind of thing you're going to do it in Ecobank, or the person has to wait until the payment is finished before you pick your product?
Not at all. That's why both of us, when we shared, we talked about the fact that we're making it accessible immediately. The joy is that you get to go home with your product today, and then you have convenience in making the payment. Thank you.
Okay, another question? Yes, we do.
Okay, my name is Tari. How about people that, due to loans of the past, they are not credit worthy? What about them?
I think that you provided the answer. So we want the sins of the past to be cleared up. So we encourage you. One of the things I always say to consumers is as banks, we're always willing to listen and reschedule. So if you've taken a loan in the past, you have not paid, please approach whether it is Ecobank or whichever bank it is, agree a repayment plan and do make the payments. One of the things that enables us to continue such partnerships is to have a transparent credit system that allows us to make quick and efficient decisions. One of the things that will break the partnership is when, because we're taking the credit risk, when we take the risk and we find that our customers are not making payments, then we cannot continue to provide those services. So help us to help you, to help LG, so that we all together benefit. Thank you.
Do you have any more questions for LG and Ecobank? Or for the panelists? We do? Okay.
Okay, I know LG, is usually funded after a year or 2 years. They come with a new product. And let's assume that you are you pick some item, you are seeing maybe 3 months before the, and maybe LG come with AI TV Pro Max, and you choose to subscribe to that. Will you wait, or is something that you can actually accommodate and roll over to?
So I think there's a part for us and there's a part for LG. Our financing part is if you want to finance something, we're willing, as long as your cash flows can absorb the new payments, we're happy to go ahead. As to whether you're able to, because I hear you saying, can you break the product? Yeah. So that would be a question for LG to answer.
Okay. So basically,
For the financing, yes.
yeah, so it's one of the same. Yeah. Answer, right? Any other question? Are we done? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We just have the final panelists. One or two things you'd like to say. What's the final thing you'd like us to go through based on your expertise to the crowd or for the end? That was very fine.
Okay, yes. So I'm more like an umpire, or do I say a referee, between Ecobank and LG. Once Ecobank finances you, LG gives you the product, I will be the one to automate your house. It's just that simple. So whichever way, I still happen to come in. So my work is to come there, automate your house. From the touch of a button, you can do whatever it is that you please, your switches, your lightings, and everything. And the life is way easier than it used to be.
Alright, so I think I'll go a bit away from just LG and smart automation because I want to focus more on the skill set. Right? Why am I focusing on that? Because I believe you need to be paid well or gainfully employed to actually be able to afford all of these things, including the financing. Right? And no one here for sure has always been the fact that, like I said earlier, AI is coming to take away your jobs or your businesses. And I'm here to say to you again, to reiterate, that AI is not here to take away your job, but those who use AI effectively will eventually take your job. And let me borrow what my brother here said. The same way my business we build at Resolutive, we help people make informed decisions using data. As well, we build AI systems, AI agents, AI products. Just so you know, you can vibe code your website, build an e-commerce website for you using vibe coding, and give you a smart database that is going to be cloud and it's all automated. We can help you. Now, if you think you're a customer service agent, you're an accountant in the house, I'm sorry to say this, but I built a customer service agent for real estate businesses, just so you know. So I built a real-time data analyst, and a data analyst that is an AI, not a human being. Like I said, I built a customer agent, service agent that is an AI and not a human being. So eventually, these are the things that are going to happen. Mark Zuckerberg said we're going to have over hundreds of millions of AI agents in the world, and he actually predicts that eventually AI agents are going to outnumber human beings. That's his prediction, and we know Mark Zuckerberg is really mad of that. I mean, you can imagine somebody with that kind of information saying that, so we better well be prepared. Right? Maybe we should begin to look at things like agriculture and other aspects. But if you think your profession or your skill set is going to leave you in the job space, think again and begin to think innovatively. Just one final word. So my last engagement, something like this, someone approached me, I think the developer, was asking, so what's the future of developers? And I said, it's simple. Future of developers is going to be this. We are not going to have developers building products in companies anymore because eventually AI will need to write their own scripts, right? Using different types of technology, but let's not get into that because I'm not going to talk so much about that. But eventually AI is going to need to write its own AI products. So eventually what's going to happen is we're going to have tech bros who are not just going to be developers, but are going to be product owners. So if you're a tech bro in the house and you're just thinking of writing JavaScript and AI, think again and be thinking of how to own products. In recent times, I've built several products that I didn't have to employ any developer. In previous times, I had to employ at least 10 to 15 developers to handle some of those products. I built them alone with probably just one person assisting me. Alright, so please think again and be quite innovative. Again, AI is not going to take your job or your businesses, but those who use AI effectively will eventually take away your job and your businesses. Thank you very much.
The final word is simply that don't forget that the future of AI will always be based on our intention, our empathy, and our vision. That's it. Thank you.
Can we put a hand together for as they go back to their seats? Thank you very much. It was an exciting and insightful session. You can always reach out to them if you have business opportunities that you like to discuss with them, for every single person. Now sorry about that. Okay. Well, also, to round up this session, we're going to get closing remark from one of the guys. Just going to say a greeting to us. I'm the General Manager for Media Solutions, LG Electronics, Mr. Chumbe Seal. Just want to say, wave at us. Let's get come forward. Appreciate everybody here. Thank you for coming. Just want to give us a word. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Hi.
How about the AI? Good? AI is a big trend to change our world. Maybe AI will be changing Nigeria too. So, I'm TV manager, so our AI TV will change your experience. So I hope the try LG TV. It is for some TV is over 2 million naira, but it's a value for you. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your time.
Okay, we're going to have a closing remark from 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 a beautiful lady. Look at the smile. Her name is Doris.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, all. We are very glad to host you today. We thank you for listening to us as we have spoken about AI, automation, and also listening to the different technologies in the AI space. We are also grateful to our partners, Ecobank, for joining in financing the smart home for Nigerians. As we know, LG is the top in innovation excellence, and we have constantly been doing this globally with the IFA awards that we've received, over 19 of them. So as we close this event, we are saying that each of us will join us in building a smart solution nation for Nigeria and Africa in general. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. We are not at the end of the program because you still have the chance to get to know people, network, ask questions. We are at the end of the lecture. Let me put it that way. Okay, so thank you so much for coming. You have a chance to now ask questions, engage with the LG staff, engage with the Ecobank staff, and find out what you need to know about how you can enjoy the benefits of AI in your home. Thank you so much. My name is Chris Mohiran, the founder of Corporate Landlords, and it's been a pleasure being your host today. I do hope to see you at another event or somewhere at the top. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.